It's that time, Lejay.
It is that time.
It's the NFLPA report card for all the teams.
Ooh.
Over 1,700 players, all right, took a survey. And they were ranked, the facilities, ownership, all these different things. So I'll start off by giving you kind of like the best and worst.
Yeah.
So in regards to the overall team working conditions, all right, the Dolphins actually ranked number one amongst their players.
I can see that.
And who would you guess would be last?
The Bucks.
No, they were down there, but it was actually the Washington Commanders.
That doesn't surprise me.
With the new ownership group, you assume that might get a little better.
Change, yeah.
Okay, what about their coach? Who's
Coaching
number one,
staff?
you think? Who's number one?
It's Andy Reid. Right?
It's Andy Reid. That's right. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. And then what's number 32?
Probably coach that's no longer there, Josh McDaniels.
That's right, Josh McDaniels. All right, last one. Ownership. Now, this one's a little bit surprising.
This one was surprising.
Okay,
I cheated on this one, so
okay.
I know, but you can go ahead and say it. Like, I did not see this one coming.
So number one was?
It was Steve Ross, right?
Stephen Ross,
Yeah.
right? Which makes sense. Like, if the facilities are voted number
Correct.
one, which, what do you say the players were saying about the facilities?
Yo, Javon Holland said it was the burgers that the chef Ant makes that put them over the top. And I think Jalen Ramsey replied and said it was the Berea tacos that put them over the top. So the food will definitely get you up there.
I was there in 2014. Now, that was before they moved to the new practice facilities. But I would say this, even their old practice facilities were pretty nice.
Pretty
yeah,
nice.
they had a nice spread. The stadium was
Mr. Ross
nice.
will cut that check now.
Yes, he
He'll cut
will.
that
Yes, he
check.
will. Now, who was number 32 as far as ownership?
So I cheated, right? And I found it, and I was so surprised. It was a team that won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
The Hunt family.
Clark Hunt, yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. Do you have some of the, I think I saw some of the things.
There was a number of things I kind of wrote down, like the more for treatment of facilities, like the teams who got an F, which it's interesting. In regards to treatment of facilities, Kansas City wasn't rated last, even though, like, I would say if you look at their facilities, they're a little bit older. And so you would think that they'd be more on that list. But whatever the case is, I'm not sure if there's disgruntlement.
That's what are people just hating because they keep winning? Is that what it is?
It's not
maybe?
people. This is voted by the players.
I'm not players hating because they keep winning.
I would think that if you're Patrick Mahomes, you're not voting as an F on this. So I'm trying to think, who is it? Like, who's unhappy there that's a voting F for Clark Hunt?
Maybe guys that aren't superstars on the team.
Maybe
they don't get that star treatment like Travis Kelce or Chris Jones get,
That was very surprising, though. But as far as Fs for treatment of the facilities, et cetera, Arizona,
which I've heard is
Cincinnati,
bad,
Jacksonville, and Washington, the bottom of the list. The Chargers are there too. Pittsburgh Steelers. So
Jacksonville's interesting because didn't they just get a new facility?
No, they're trying to revamp all of that.
Oh, so that's what it is.
Stadium. They're trying to revamp.
Yeah, so I played there in 2010 and 11. If it's the same, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh, I mean, look, we both play for the Jets. Jets facility is phenomenal. Woody Johnson puts a lot of money into that. I'll tell you the one I saw earlier this year was the Minnesota Vikings. The Wolf family, my goodness, they've made that entire complex. There's like a nice hotel across the way. I think a lot of the hockey teams stay there actually, and it's right across from their facility. It is unbelievable. I would put Minnesota's up versus.
I wonder when they revamped that, because coming out of college, that's where I went, and it was a little bit on the older side.
It's definitely more recent. Okay. It's definitely more recent. So there's a lot of great facilities out there. And then Dallas obviously ranked number one amongst players as far as that goes. Minnesota was up there. Carolina.
Yep.
The other
Carolina was up there. Huh?
The other one was Buffalo.
They just revamped theirs, but was it low or higher?
No, it was high.
Yeah, they just revamped theirs. Because when I played there the year after I left the Jets in 16, it was still a little bit on the older side.
I was going to say, I've been there before, and I was like, man.
They recently just revamped that. Matter of fact, remember, I went there for the wild card weekend and saw the facilities, and it was really nice.
Okay.
Yep.